There's this, the Lexus LBX Hybrid. And is it a difficult car to live with?
For its price? I don't think so. Now, for how it drives, this is actually a fun car to have around. Now, if you're wondering about reliability, well, you gotta remember that there is a reason why Maurizio San loves driving this car.
This is the Lexus LBX Hybrid, the brand's smallest crossover yet, but still every bit of a Lexus. Here in the Philippines, Lexus has always been known for building refined luxury cars and SUVs. But the LBX takes a different approach, bringing the same premium experience into something more compact, fuel efficient, and more city-friendly. Built for young professionals, first-time luxury buyers, and even long-time Lexus owners looking for an easier daily drive. The LBX Hybrid mixes sleek styling, hybrid efficiency, and premium comfort into one smart urban crossover. And here in the Philippines, the Lexus LBX Hybrid starts at around 2.5 million Philippine pesos. So what are you exactly getting for that money? Well, let's take a look.
Quiet luxury is what the Lexus LBX projects. And yes, it's a Lexus. Yes, it's a luxury car. And yes, it is a status symbol. But you see, only to the trained eye do you know exactly what you're getting when it comes to a car like this. And if that's your thing, you're definitely gonna love what the Lexus LBX is all about.
For something compact, the Lexus LBX Hybrid feels very refined on the road. The suspension does a great job soaking up rough city streets, while the cabin stays quiet and comfortable even at higher speeds. The seats feel supportive for daily drives, and visibility is easy along with the hybrid system that delivers power smoothly, making the whole driving experience feel relaxed and effortless whether you're in traffic or out on longer trips.
It's all about making the drive easier for you when it comes to the Lexus LBX. And you know what? This is the kind of car that will make you feel relaxed as the kilometers keep on going. Now, this Lexus here, this particular one, is the kind of Lexus that you want to drive rather than be driven around in. And because it's a hybrid, it's also not painful for the wallet.
Under the hood, the Lexus LBX Hybrid combines a 1.5-liter 3-cylinder engine with Lexus's self-charging hybrid system, giving you a balance of efficiency and smooth everyday performance. Power delivery feels responsive in the city thanks to the instant torque from the electric motor, while the hybrid setup helps keep fuel consumption low during daily drives. It's not trying to be a full-performance SUV. Instead, the LBX focuses on making every drive feel refined, quiet, and effortless.
And what's the numbers? 136 PS of power and 120 Nm of torque, all for a car that really isn't that heavy. And you have to remember that the engine is still power assisted by the electric motor. Now, this car really isn't that heavy, and so you have a pretty good power to weight ratio when it comes to the Lexus LBX. And as you can see, with what's going on under the hood, this is your electric motor and this is your internal combustion engine. Everything runs parallel, and so that allows you to have the best performance possible while being as fuel efficient as possible when it comes to this ride. And what do performance figures look like? Well, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour could be done at around 9.2 seconds, and a top speed for this car is at 170 kilometers per hour. Now, where the Lexus LBX Hybrid does great, though, is in the aspect of fuel economy. Because when we were driving this car around in the past few days, we were able to score 27 kilometers per liter in mixed driving conditions. Now you gotta remember that the LBX is a hybrid, and this car doesn't need a charging station, because what the Lexus LBX Hybrid does have is an internal combustion engine to go with your electric motor, which means that this car is still a gas and go kind of ride. And according to Lexus Cars Philippines, 95 octane is recommended. Now, the Lexus LBX has a way about it that just makes this a very fun car to drive around in. And you will notice, especially when it comes to the corners, the ride quality is great and it just hugs the corners properly. And you know what? There's a way this car engages that allows you to enjoy every single drive with it, whether you're gonna be behind the wheel for a short trip or if you're gonna be going far with this car. Now, the paddle shifters, though, it might be a bit of a question for you since this one here is a hybrid. How does it work? Although you have an ECVT with this hybrid, this one does have the same effect as a 6-speed automatic transmission, and so you will notice it, especially with how it engages the regenerative braking. You will notice how tighter it is in terms of its controls and how it handles corners properly, and also how it handles hills as well. And it knows exactly what to do. Like take this corner right here. As I'm slowing down, I press minus, and you will notice how the regen just gets a little bit more aggressive or tighter, but it gets looser once you accelerate and press the plus effect, still giving you that same feeling as a 6-speed automatic. And you know what? To be honest, when they told me that this car was an ECVT, I actually was surprised because I couldn't tell the difference.
The Lexus LBX Hybrid keeps things premium but also seriously safe. You get the Lexus Safety System Plus with features like adaptive cruise control, lane tracing assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and automatic emergency braking. So whether you're out in traffic or cruising on the highway, the LBX is constantly helping you stay aware and confident behind the wheel. It's one of those cars that quietly works in the background to make daily driving feel easier and safer.
And remember this. It's a Lexus. And what does one actually enjoy when you have a car like this? Well, it's a pretty fun car to drive around in, but you have all of that with a very comfy interior.
Starting here in the back, the Lexus LBX Hybrid feels comfortable for a compact luxury crossover. You've got good headroom, supportive seats, and enough space for a comfortable experience even from the passenger's point of view. The cabin materials also feel premium all around, giving the rear passengers that proper Lexus experience. Now moving to the front, this is personally where I'd rather be sitting every day of the week with this car because the interior from the front feels very driver focused. The layout is clean and easy to use with a fully digital gauge cluster and a crisp infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, plus giving you physical controls that still make daily driving convenient. Visibility is excellent. The seats feel plush and everything inside just gives you that refined, quiet, and very well put together Lexus feel.
Now, when it comes to the Lexus LBX, this is exactly where you want to be sitting. This is a car that's made to be driven, something for you to enjoy behind the wheel of. And when you're here inside this car, the seats feel very comfortable. It's bolstered just right to allow you to feel comfortable if you're stuck in traffic, but these fabrics here allow you a nice and sporty feeling, especially if you're going to be out on the twisties when it comes to this car. So again, it's the best of both worlds when it comes to the seats of this vehicle. You also have heated functions if you find that the air conditioning is just a little bit too strong for your preference. But nevertheless though, the air conditioning does have auto climate along with the other features that make this car a Lexus. Now, speaking of which, the gear shifter might take some getting used to for you, especially if you haven't driven a Lexus before, but there is a diagram right here and it's very intuitive to learn. Just drive your Lexus LBX regularly and you're going to be perfectly fine. There's also physical buttons here to go for your traction control, eco mode, and EV mode to go with everything else when it comes to this car. There's also compartments here, slidable, and as well as a cup holder here to go with a compartment right here for your smart key and a wireless charging pad. Now, when it comes to this car, yes, you can enjoy it out on the open roads, and yes, it's perfect for city driving. So really, again, I said it before and I'll say it again, but it's the best of both worlds. So we've talked about how fun this car is to drive, but how practical is it? Well, let's talk about cargo.
For a compact luxury crossover, the Lexus LBX Hybrid offers a surprisingly practical amount of cargo space. The rear opening is nice and wide, and loading items in and out is pretty easy, and there's enough room for daily groceries, camera gear, or even luggage for a weekend trip. And if you need extra space, the rear seats can fold down in a 60/40 configuration to give you a much more flexible cargo area, making the Lexus LBX feel just as usable as it is premium.
And when you close the rear power tailgate, this is what the back looks like when it comes to the Lexus LBX Hybrid. Now, when it comes to the rear design of this car, I really like how it looks sporty and premium all at once. So all of this gives you that sporty and premium look while being compact for this car. Now, you have full width LED taillights here, which do great, especially if you're going to be driving at night, and it gives you a more modern look when it comes to this ride. Now, with this, you also have sharp lines here with a wide stance giving you a very planted look when you're out on the road. Now, all of this still gives you that clean Lexus styling that everyone's always aspired to have when it comes to Lexus. But all of this also gives you a younger and city-friendly vibe for a hybrid like this. And besides looking good, with the rear opening that you've seen earlier today and how big the cargo that you have, you gotta realize that this is the kind of Lexus that's ready for everyday use.
Speaking of everyday use, this is what the numbers look like for the Lexus LBX Hybrid. Length is at 4,190 millimeters and width is at 1,825 millimeters. All of this gives you a height of 1,560 millimeters to go with a ground clearance of 220 millimeters.
Not bad for ground clearance, huh? Now you gotta remember that the Lexus LBX is still designed to give you a sedan-like ride quality while still giving you the same height similar to a small SUV. All of this goes well with 18-inch tires with disc brakes for both the front and the back, and as well as a wheelbase of 2,580 millimeters, making space more than efficient for everybody. Now, there is one more detail about this car that I find rather fascinating from this point of view, and it's the door handles. You know why? If you've never driven a Lexus before, this might be amusing to you because this door handle here is actually fixed. To open it, there is a physical button right here that unlocks the entire mechanism. Now, all of this is only made possible if you have your smart key with you. And this is what the front looks like when it comes to the Lexus LBX Hybrid. And what you see here is a continuation of the overall design language when it comes to the cars from the Lexus lineup. The headlights, the front grille, and this particular detail here all look very familiar, especially when you line this car up compared to the other cars from the Lexus lineup. Now, the color that we have here is blue, and I like it. It makes a lot of sense. Goes well with my OOTD. But if you want a different look when it comes to your Lexus LBX, remember that this car is available in 8 premium color options.
Options, options, and more options. That's why people aspire for more. When you have more than enough, it's easy to go your own way. There are days where you want to be driven around in, and there are days where you don't mind getting behind the wheel.
And there truly is a sense of fun when it comes to driving. To be honest, you don't always have to be ripping around 200 kilometers per hour to enjoy a nice and good drive when it comes to any car. It's all about just being able to enjoy the moment without thinking about anything else. Aspiring for more isn't just about having everyone on your beck and call, but it's also about the idea of having freedom to do exactly what you want to do. What I like about Lexus is that they've always made a car for pretty much anybody. You want something that's track tuned? Well, the LFA or anything from the F Sport line is the way to go. You want something that you could build to go overlanding with? GX is the way to go. Now, if you want a sedan to be driven around in, the ES or the LS are options that you could consider when it comes to the Lexus lineup. And you know, the lineup, the options, it all goes on and on and on when it comes to Lexus. But what if, let's say, you are a simple guy who wants to reward yourself with a nice car, but to be honest, you want something easy to drive around in with a bit of fun without it being too painful on the wallet, something budget-friendly, or a nice way to properly approach the life of having a luxury car. But despite being your entry into the luxury market, it doesn't feel like it's losing out on anything. It's still comfy and fun to drive around in, as luxury car can be. What do you get? Well, that's where this Lexus LBX makes a lot of sense.
So that's the Lexus LBX for you. And it's not as expensive as you think. It costs 2,578,000 Philippine pesos to have this on your garage, and for that money, you are really getting the full Lexus experience for a stylish and cutting-edge hybrid. So what happens when one day your ship comes in and everything else goes well for you and you choose to get yourself your first luxury car? What options do you have? There's this, the Lexus LBX Hybrid. And is it a difficult car to live with?
For its price? I don't think so. Now, for how it drives, this is actually a fun car to have around. Now, if you're wondering about reliability, well, you gotta remember that there is a reason why Maurizio San loves driving this car.